Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
Oh boy, what a long year it's been.
You know, it feels like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, oh, the year's almost over. Oh, the year's almost over. Oh, like this final week, I just feel like we're not gonna get there.
It's 4 days away. I think we'll be fine. Finally, maybe.
4 days, really?
Today's the 27th, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, 4 more days.
Okay. You doing anything special for I almost said St. Patrick's Day for
Yes.
New Year's.
For New Year's, no, I'm working. I'm working overnight, so.
One of my roommates is working, and they will have him because he works on the strip. They're gonna have him there until 6, and the strip closes at 5.
Ew, boy. And they won't
so
open
he
it
was
back
like-
up until like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah, luckily, his parking garage connects to one of the back roads, and he can get out that way. He just has to drive a long way to get home. And so we were talking about it, and he was like, "Do you want to just come down here, like Uber down here, and we'll hang out?" No, I do not.
No. No,
I
thank
do
you.
not want to do that.
No, thank you. I do appreciate you. You drinking anything special, Q?
I got some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I got me a peace tea that's lukewarm, and I'm kind of frustrated that I didn't put it in the fridge.
Is that like a country singer? Lukewarm?
Lukewarm. Yeah, well. But,
I got a new router, so I'm trying to remember the new password so that I can get into the chat. But I will be in there first chance I get everybody.
Yeah. Well, while you're doing that, I'll talk about maps. For those who play D&D online, maps can be a nice central force for setting the scene. And Zepeku, Czepeku, through Socks and myself, we've supported their Patreon, and we got some of their regular maps. But there is a kind of a virtual tabletop called Alchemy that helps for setting scenes as well as having the all around music, sounds, ambiance, etc. And they're like little packs. For $25, you get 28 packs, so to speak, for a whole bunch of their maps and settings that they've made. They're pretty nice, as well as 6 months for the Alchemy Unlimited, which is roughly about, I think it's $10 a month, so you get a $60 value for the 25. So even better. Most of these maps, however, we have gotten through their Patreon. So if you just want the standardized maps, Patreon might be the way to go. Support them directly. But if you want to try out Alchemy, it doesn't look half bad. Go ahead and throw $25. It helps out one tree planted, which of course gets trees everywhere. Every dollar gets one tree. That's simple, straightforward, to the point.
Trees are good.
Trees are good. Helps us breathe. Big brief.
Big brief.
Okay, now, I kept this kind of a secret. Did you know they made a Rambo board game?
You keeping things for me?
Yes. And did you know they made a Total Recall tabletop game?
I did not know these things.
Did you know they made
I do not love it, or that I am surprised.
Did you know they made a Kong Skull Island? So, all of these are additional pieces for a tabletop game that already exists called Everyday Heroes, which makes normal people have a little bit more of outgoing abilities. So they must have had some kind of handshake, because they have Escape from New York, The Crow, Highlander, Pacific Rim, Kong, Skull Island, Total Recall, Rambo, and Universal Soldier, which seems a little bit more futuristic. And I'm like, you have all of these really nice ones. I'm curious to know where they're going to go after this, if they decide to, or if they already have. But $18 for all 10 of these books, including the core rule book, not bad. This helps out game heads. They're a tech training program that uses video game design for just overall projects that help out in career, college, civic life, art and animation, software development, every part of the mainstream of creating in technology. They want to be the forefront. And I'm happy with that. They also support video game theory, which not a lot of companies do.
Before we move on from this this board game sale, is there an IP you can think of that? I mean, the reality is there's probably a board game out there for pretty much every IP at this point. But is there one you can like think of off the top of your head that you would absolutely love as a board game?
I mean, they already did Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and I was pretty happy with those. And they technically already had the Marvel, what was it, Clicks?
The Hero Clicks.
Yeah, that's it.
There's also a couple other. There's a zombie. I think it's by Zombicide. Did Marvel Zombies, which kind of has me a little interested.
Not really. I'm kind of comfy with what's coming out, if anything.
Okay.
I would like to get that Dark Souls one though, but it's still $120.
Yeah, let me sell an organ or two. We'll talk about it.
Not worth it, but I appreciate it. But the Rambo one I would
really
like to try. I'm not even using mine, so hold on. Let me see what mine are worth first. But Rambo, I would probably take.
I'm not using mine the way they should be.
You're filling it up with Dr. Pepper, the best doctor in the world.
I'm sitting here eating Sour Patch Kids Coal.
Those are disgusting.
I actually really like them.
They taste like an off cherry.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, I would like to probably purchase this one, but I don't know too much about the initial Everyday Heroes. I've heard about it, just never dug into it. But $18, we'll see. All about us, Skydoop. A couple months ago, I purchased the Saturday manga collection, and I didn't know Square Enix had manga. And one of which is A Man and His Cat, which I used to follow the webcomic. And I didn't know that they released it in an actual graphic novel form. And I was sitting here looking at all these. This is all weird. Like, not gonna lie, not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a bit strange. Some of them strange.
Strange and weird in a fun way.
In a fun way, maybe. The one I would probably take a look at is The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. Man and His Cat I would probably finish up with, because that one was cute and nice when I was reading the graphic novel, or the web comic. But some of these... Beauty and the Feast. Like, it doesn't seem straightforward, so I don't know. How much is this one? This one is $25 for 29 items. I don't know. I'm a little up in the air about it. This one helps out Bink, which we've helped out before. Helps out the comic book store employees more and the owners under expected financial crises. They basically say, don't worry, we have your back. They've already provided more than $7 million in financial assistance, helping out 7,800 plus families that are in the middle of the book selling / comic book selling businesses. And they've been doing this for 20 years. Can you believe that?
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So not much for news as far as stories, but we've played a few games this year and kind of want to recap on it for a moment at least.
Yeah, it's kind of a quiet news moment. It's down to people are, still recovering from the holidays, and New Year's is coming up and everything, and so we'll probably hear more soon. But as of right now, it's been kind of quiet.
I think we have 2 more weeks before PAX East. least. One of the packs is. So, yeah. But Quincy played Jedi Survivor. How was that?
I still have a lot to do, and I did not get very far into it. That's not from a lack of enjoying it, because I did enjoy it, and I was playing the hell out of it at first. Um, I just I have to sit back down at some point and actually go back to it. Um, but it's very enjoyable. It adds a lot that the previous game didn't have. It is able to be like, hey, here's some skills that your character's learning that doesn't make you sit there and go, why didn't my character, know this stuff before? Or like do the thing that a lot of people do where they go like, oh, you have to relearn the previous one, which makes you sit there and go, what? This doesn't do that, which I really like.
Okay. Good.
Um,
So it keeps you
yeah,
where you're at comfortably.
yeah, you're able to kind of continue the story where you were.
Okay.
And I'm pretty happy with that outcome. Uh, and then like there's actually some customizable stuff I wasn't expecting. So like one of the things I kind of was bummed out about in the first game was that you didn't like get to really do much with the ship. You could change the paint job on the ship, and that was about it. This one though, you're actually kind of like affecting a little outpost, a little town. You have like a little cantina and stuff like that, and so like you're actually doing some stuff in this one. You feel like you actually have a bit of an effect. You're not just going through and killing a bunch of enemies from planet to planet and then moving on with your day. Like you're building something in addition to that, which I really liked.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, this brings a few different levels to the game that I'm very happy with. I will go back to it. Right now, Baldur's Gate is my real attention hog, but this will be on my list, especially because this is one of those games where, like, after having played the previous game, I know that you can actually 100% this game. Like, there is a 100% to these to the Jedi Survivor games, which I kind of like. I like every now and then being able to set a game down. I actually finished that rather than just always going back and rerunning raids and stuff like that. It's nice to feel completed every now and then.
I think the only game
So,
that I've 100%ed recently was Skyrim, and that was a while ago. And
for me, for recent would have been Spider-Man 2.
oh yeah, I mean, not bad. Very recent.
Yeah, that's my other big play from this year was Spider-Man 2.
Baldur's Gate was most of this year. I played a little bit of Hi-Fi Rush. Enjoyed Hi-Fi Rush. Dug back through the remake of Dead Space and fell in love with Dead Space. Finished it in a sitting. It's the game I remember. The only thing they changed is how it felt. I did go through, of course, 20, 30 different runs of Baldur's Gate Act 1. So I definitely need to get back into Baldur's Gate and actually get to Baldur's Gate again. But there's one more that I've been playing, and I'm genuinely surprised. Far Cry 6. I just
Saw
started.
that you were playing that earlier today.
It's fun. It is very fun. It brings me back to the time of playing Far Cry 2.
I was gonna ask, like, is this like, reminding you of some of the other better, like some of the better Far Cry moments, like Far Cry 4 or something like that?
So,
Because I thought 4 was very enjoyable. I actually really liked 4.
yeah, let me see. Let me grab my personal list, my ranking, because I have played a vast majority of them. Let me
I have
see.
played a fair majority myself, but I don't think I've ever actually finished a Far Cry game.
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, Blood Dragon, but
You didn't beat 3?
No, so I got 3 after everyone else.
Mm,
Like
interesting.
I got 3 after experiencing 4.
Okay. So my ranking is Far Cry 1. Okay. It was a good start. It was a fine game to kind of get you leaned up. Far Cry 2 I have labeled as the GOAT. Far Cry 3 I said also a GOAT, but for different reasons. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon I said fine, but really short. Great music. Far Cry 4 I said fine. Far Cry 5, if I did not have another player with me, it would have been a slog. And I stand by that. And then I said the Far Cry 5, Dead Living Zombies, and New Dawn, fuck them. They were stupid as hell in premise, and I didn't want to wrap my head around it. So I only went a little bit into New Dawn, and I don't even think I made it past the opening area. Primal was mid. It was fine. Used the map from 4, I think.
Yeah, used the map from 4. I played a lot of 4. I gave 1 a good solid try, but I got frustrated with the fact that there were so many things that like, oh, this will be better. Quiet and stealth. You don't have any stealth weapons though, so you can't actually stealth. 2, the malaria thing kind of started to annoy me after a bit, so I didn't really finish it. I've done some of 3, and I know that people sing the praises of that one pretty well, so that's one I'm working on, working through. Like I said, I did a good amount of 4. I never played Primal. I did do all of Blood Dragon, but that was technically a DLC.
Yep.
So 5, I got a ways into, but I just wasn't really feeling it, and I did already know about the bad ending, so like I just wasn't really being pulled to finish it. And I didn't do Primal or New Dawn, which are the 2 ones that reuse previous maps for a new story. But I have been excited about 6 and it being on Game Pass. It will eventually end up being one of my played games.
It's big. It is very big. It is probably one of the largest maps I've seen since Just Cause 2. Like, it is huge. It's got a nice little armor picking system that each have their own little individual perks per part that you put on. Weapon upgrading is a lot more easier than the previous games. It's a little bit more arcadey, which is kind of what I want out of this kind of game, and it runs with it. It runs with a little bit of the zaniness. Your first companion is an alligator wearing a tracksuit shirt, tracksuit jacket, I guess you can say.
Cool.
His name is Guapo, and he's a good dog. You also get a little dog with a little cart that he rolls around in, named Chorizo. And I like this game. This game is great. I can probably try and finish it by I don't want to say by the end of the year, but I mean, I'm not even 10% in. It's a biggin. It's a biggin. Other than that, I don't think I've played. Oh, I also did the Tekken 8 demo.
Oh, what did you think?
I was getting the flash sweats, and yeah, I'm probably gonna lean out and get me just a cheapo little fight stick. I need to get back into it. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Sox wants to buy it for me for Christmas, and I said okay, fine. So when it drops, I'll get Tekken 8, and I'll have a fight stick probably by then. Beat some ass. But do you want to know what else that fight?
Gotcha.
Yes. Do you want to know what else that fight stick can help me out with? A segue to a pretty good-looking fighting game. A very small indie company made Diesel Legacy: The Brazen Age, and the animations look very fluid. The combos look great. I'm here for the mob boss woman. I'm here for the stalwart-looking Irishman. I brought up the Steam thing. Guess what? It also has a playtest that I've requested access for. Up until January 3rd, you can hop into this game. give it a quick look if you happen to want to. Don't need to go any further than that. I don't know about
You know what kind of fighting game we need?
Hmm.
We need one that's just you throwing down with your family on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but I have all the like I. It's not fair when you already know all the like dangerous moves.
Yeah,
Um,
but like power ups could be like, biting into a turkey drum.
I'm taking a fork and stabbing someone in the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fear no one. Having
I
it
fear no
be
man.
having it be a 2v2 fight 'em up, I don't know. It's a little odd. I've always been a fan of 1v1 or tag, but having it 2v2 with all four characters on the screen, I'll take a look into it. But I just requested access. I have a chance to download it. I'll probably, as soon as we're done here, I'll download it. But I probably won't play it till I get the fight stick. Yeah. A game that was on Kickstarter that you nudged me to grab, that I also grabbed the demo for on the Steam, Trash Goblin.
I'm a little curious.
A wholesome and cozy shopkeeping game where you uncover and clean trinkets, then upcycle them to sell to endless, colorful, and quirky customers. And I mean, to be a little tiny I'm just a little goblin selling good stuff. Yes, only good stuff. I don't know. It does seem like
I'm intrigued.
a nice little wholesome game to be a loot goblin that sells whatever they can find, clean it up, and go on. It was on Kickstarter and it got successfully funded, correct?
Yes, by a lot.
By a lot. So if you want to check this one out, the demo is available on Steam. Uh, kind of bummed that this one doesn't have at least a small bit of a campaign demo. Stormgate, brought to us by some of the folk from Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2, which, after Warcraft 3, the real-time strategy just started going downhill. Like, the DLC for Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 2's DLC that I don't even remember the name of. All of those were yikes when they came out of Blizzard. Stormgate might actually rekindle something for real-time strategy in me. Hopefully.
Oh yeah?
Maybe. I mean, it looks fun. It looks very Warcraft 3, which I really like Warcraft 3. Uses Unreal 5, so you got those really nice dynamic lighting and shadows and water physics. This
All
thing
the
looks...
water.
All the water.
All the physics.
Too many physics. I'll just take a look when it comes to coming soon. Doesn't say when, but apparently this was at the Video Game Awards, and I missed it. I didn't see it,
There we go.
but it is very.
Friendship over.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But it is very StarCraft looking. It doesn't.
He says
show
that,
that.
then he's gonna remember that I have his Christmas gift, and he's gonna go back on that just until he gets the Christmas gift.
I got your second Christmas gift. What the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were saying?
So I was saying about how amazing and cool and funny and beautiful you are.
Right, beautiful. We the ugly mugs. Us got
You
douche.
have a beautiful soul.
Sure.
Speaking of ugly, I officially have an ugly mug, other than my face.
Okay.
I was given for Christmas a Marvel ugly Christmas sweater mug.
Oh.
Yeah. So I will send you some photos of that later.
Okay, dokie.
I will also probably post it on my Insta.
Oh, your Insta?
On my Insta.
I'm gonna go follow him on his Insta.
Yeah.
Do we have that on there? I think I just have your Twitter.
It's my name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the Twitter. My threads is the same. I make all that. I don't use usernames for those things. I use my true identity of Batman. I mean of I just go with Quincy Robertson on all that stuff. It makes it easier. hope that I'm gonna get the version of my name that I want or something like that. Plus, like the only usernames I have, I'm really not that big of a fan of anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I still have my three. My Longshot Heroes, my Rebellion 21, and Cliff, I guess. I guess you can call that one a false name. Okay.
oh, my Bob Johnson. Oh wait,
Deep breath in, deep breath out. A crew made Fallout London, and it looks fucking spectacular.
I need it.
Yeah, I need it too. So it's their official release announcement that they pulled 2 days, 3 days, 4 days ago, and all of it. Go and watch it. It is 13 and a half minutes long, and they go over this mod in depth, tell you what you're getting. They tell you 53 main quests, 35 side quests, 25 faction quests, um, a whole slew of musics, a whole slew of weapons, clothing pieces, 29 races, which boggles my mind. 203 consumables. Like, you guys are adding a lot of content. And
I'm here. I love this style of mods for games.
like full overhauls.
Like where people use it to go through and actually not just, like, don't get me wrong, I love Macho Man Randy Savage Death Claws.
Oh yeah.
That's probably one of the greatest mods ever made. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but like I cannot sing the praises enough of the time and the work and the love that goes into these kinds of, and I love these. Fallout Miami's always been high on my from the original fucking teaser that was happening. I was hyped. All the way to things like this. Like it's just I am all for these kinds of mods, and I'm very excited for seeing these kinds of mods, um, coming from. And I talked to you about this a little bit already, from uh, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see some on the Xbox, but signs are pointing to that's not our goal right now. And that's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, it took 2.5 months to shove it onto the Xbox from announcement.
Something like that. I think maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but it was something like that.
But
But
424.
we got it.
Yeah, 423. 423 2024 already has a whole bunch of backers on Patreon. Go and support them on Patreon to get early access type of deals, get little tiny hints and peaks. Great. Allergies are starting to kick my ass already.
Uh, okay.
But this project looks like one of the best passion projects I have seen that is going to be released. Like, this looks wrapped up. This looks like it's getting done. I have no problem with this. I want to know if they're gonna charge anything. I don't know.
I mean, if they don't, people could at least like probably send those things. They should at least do some kind of donation thing where you can send something to them.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go into the comments. I worry about YouTube comments still.
Fair thing to be worried about.
Any other gaming things to talk about?
I mean, I guess the only other games I tried this year, I played Spider-Man 2. I platinumed that. I played Diablo 4. I beat base game. I didn't really do anything past that. Been logging a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 time. Talk about Jedi Survivor. I feel like there was something else in there I got at some point. I didn't buy it. It wasn't a very for me for buying games. There was a lot of games I wanted for sure, but finances and whatnot. I had to be a little bit on the more careful side with what I was buying. There's definitely some upcoming games I'm very much looking forward to. I'm still, I'm still giving Suicide Squad Justice League a shot here. So we'll see where that ends up. What about you for Remnant 2? You got
Oh
a review on
yeah.
that? Did you play
No,
enough of that to say anything?
I didn't. I really need to go back into it. It's tough. It is very tough. I
Over
just have
$2 steak?
yeah. Worse, like roadkill $2 steak.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's tough. But I'm sure I'll get back into it and begin futzing around with it because I have a bow that does a ludicrous amount of damage. I just have to work with it, do better. And Far Cry caught my attention, and Baldur's Gate,
Right.
and other things. But kind of shoe news. Nothing new kind of on the radar, just a replenishment of the Grinch shoes. We talked about the original ones, the greens with the white and red.
These
But
aren't as fuzzy.
these, you're not. Kind of. It has like that felt touch look one of
Yeah.
the Cindy Lou Who and the Sam. Is that the name of the dog?
Max.
Max. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The shoes are a little fuzzy. Not completely fuzzy, only a little fuzzy. But I do like that they're the strings are decorated with their adornments. Just letting you know that they are back in stock.
But those Cindy Lou Who ones look like I would use that to clean something. Like those look like a sponge. Those look like a microfiber cloth.
A buffer. Yeah. The eyes are a little strange. Skadoo. And these ones are built concept for Stanley style Nikes. I kind of was like, these are really nice. Would have preferred a little bit more of a deeper color for these, but I'm not that mad. I do enjoy the Spider-Man style coverings and the Iron Man sides, a little Thor on the other side. You know, it's not bad. That's all I had as far as shoes.
No, those are cool. Like if someone were to actually make those and they weren't just like a fun little concept thing, those would be cool.
I think they're make concepts, so I think they did make these. So
very interesting.
Skadoop. A couple Kickstarters that we wanted to kind of talk about. We like ODB as well as all the woo, and having a graphic novel about their music in a more live form is already an interest, but there's so much that they're offering, such as a figure, which is from Super 7, does all these, I don't want to say plain looking, but they are the old school style figures that are very lightly articulated, but have a little bit of genuine to them. A 7-inch vinyl record, and I believe it was 112 full color pages. So it is front cover to back cover, all color. Which you don't get that in very many graphic novels nowadays. And from these couple of scenes, pretty damn good art. Taking a look at
there was a few in there where I was staring at them for a bit, just enjoying it, kind of taking it in.
Yeah, a couple of the cover pieces look really nice. I need to probably put up some ODB and some other type of music back on my playlist. I'm here for this whole entire project. It only asked for 10,000, got almost 18,000. Great. It will end on the 11th of January, 15 days from now. Hopefully, this interests you as much as it did us, because this shit's cool.
I mean, just gotta remember, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
I briefly mentioned that they wanted to fucking have a video game coming out. I still want to see some shit from it.
Coming out.
I know, and I want to see more from it. Skadoop.
Who's Seymour? Bad joke?
A little bit, but I got it.
Alright, I'll see myself out.
I like things from the deep. And this little board game doesn't look that bad. It looks very, you need a big table, but not bad. Cthulhu Death May Die. It is from Japan, and the company is called Only Japan. And it only ships, guess what? To Only Japan. A bit of a bummer, because I would love to get my hands on this. This looks...
Imagine if I could also only ship to, like, Milwaukee.
That'd be a bit odd. But, well, then again, you'd also have a really small market, because who lives in Milwaukee? Nobody.
Milwaukee peoples?
No. They're lies. But I do love all of these little tiny miniatures. They all look really great. Very 1950s to current. A little bit of this, like, occult shaman, a cook, a policewoman, a librarian, a seaman, a mobster? Is that a horn with a gun? Is he a jazz musician with a gun? But the monsters are also very nice. This fucking figure looks so goddamn good. And then further down you go, the more odd looking they are, such as what I'm assuming is a spore wind that picks up corpses, covers them in barnacles, and just kind of carries them all over the place. And yeah, and then there's a bunch of, like, unknown monstrosities just kind of chilling around over here. Don't know what they are. Couldn't tell you. Have no clue what these two things are. I see this big bad troll down here, but then you're gonna be fighting these? Bro. This game looks great. It's just, I'm a little frustrated that it's only in Japan. Like, the cards are in English, too. Ah.
I wonder what the import stuff is like that makes companies go, you know what, it's not worth it. Like, I wonder how difficult, how expensive that is.
I mean, if I were to go to Japan, I would try and find a local hobby shop and pick up all these fucking cultists. They look great. Ah. Like, I wouldn't mind backing this project. I just have no idea when I would be able to play this game, but I would back this project. Hell yeah. Oh, and they're painted too.
Somebody's in love.
Oh, god damn. And then you get the exclusives for hitting the milestones, extra cards, extra creature cards, extra minis. And they've been getting all their marks because all they asked for was $7,013. They are now almost at $110,000.
Wow.
Like, that's a big, big goal. I mean, $7,000 for a project like this doesn't seem very big. It seems just to be able to make a few and send them out, right? But
yeah, I mean, it is a kind of smaller end on the requirement.
right, and then when you look at the 109,000, now you've overwhelmed them. But then again, only 300 people to make happy, I guess. It's fine. And it only ships in Japan. What a bummer. Oh, shit. Estimated delivery, March of 2025.
Yeah, I want to talk about estimated deliveries real quick, and that is insane.
Okay, go ahead.
I sent out some Christmas gifts.
Okay.
Took them down to the post office on Friday. They said, all right, it'll arrive there by Wednesday. I said, is there any way I can get it there sooner? They're like, we have it there tomorrow. Gosh, $58. And I was like, they can have it on Wednesday. Fine. I didn't spend $58. But, I still spent like $20-something to get the shit shipped. Well, today's Wednesday. The package hasn't arrived, so I checked the tracking on it. It's sitting in Salt Lake City.
Ah, fuck.
It just got there today because it just left Vegas today.
Oh.
It's supposed to be up in Montana today. Like, what happened? And so like,
Holidays happened.
yeah, which I get, but like, if you couldn't make it on the 27th, should have told me 28th or whatever. And I'm debating whether or not I'm going. I may not. But if I do, I'm definitely going to wait until after the package is delivered because I don't need the package to disappear.
Oh.
Like, oh, this guy complained? Well, it looks like his package is going to Walla Walla, Washington instead.
I I don't think they can do. Well, I'm not here to speculate what they can and cannot do, but you're right. They could do something nefarious on package notification. Mm. Yeah,
It's kind of like, don't complain if you haven't gotten your food yet at a restaurant.
yeah. Unless it's taking 6 years. Let's go do.
Never eaten.
So over on the Hasbro Pulse, a couple weeks ago we talked about how D&D was getting all these layoffs and how Hasbro has been having kind of a big year. And then
And how the company they're laying off is they laid off that 23% of people over at Wizards of the Coast, but Wizards of the Coast section of Hasbro makes more than all of the rest of Hasbro put together.
That's correct.
So like, what?
Yeah. And over on their Pulse side, it's not bad. It's just a little. Wait a minute. You're selling out all across the board on pre orders. So over there, they have a $50 2-pack set, Cowboy Logan with original Sabretooth. I would get this in a fucking heartbeat because that shit looks cool. And
Cowboy Logan would be a killer band name.
Cowboy Logan? Yeah, I would. And then you have one that's Wolverine versus Lilandra Naramani. Can I get an update on who that is?
Let me look at these images.
Here, I'll pull it up for you. I'll pull it up for you. Can I, please?
Yeah, I don't know this one.
Fuck off.
How's Eve next to her? That's a newer character. She's pretty cool. At least newer.
Oh,
to my
shit!
knowledge.
That's an interesting looking Wolverine.
I'm gonna call him Sticky Teeth.
Not a bad look. Oh, okay. So it even showcases where it's.
Oh, I like that. That's a good way to do that. I like that.
To show where the comic, what comic it comes from.
Yeah.
What year was it? Does it show a year? Well, it's for his 50-year anniversary because Wolverine, as a character, turned 50. And then you said Hollow's Eve?
Yeah, she's newer. She's Spider-Man stuff. She's got these cool powers. She puts masks on and stuff, and things happen.
Yeah. Only 2 masks. Does she only have 2 masks, or does she have more?
I don't remember, honestly. I haven't finished reading that stuff yet.
Also, old school style packaging.
I really don't like this whole new closed box toy packaging thing that they're doing. Like when I was doing Christmas shopping, there's a couple toys where I was like, oh, I wonder what this looks like, and I went to into the plastic, like maybe it's one of those ones that has a cardboard front, and then you open it up and look through the plastic. No, this was just a full-on cardboard box. Could not see inside. Couldn't see the toy. They have pictures, but you can't look at the actual thing.
Yeah. Tombstone. I remember reading about Tombstone early on in the Spider-Man. Well, no, in the TV show. He was in there for a minute, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't remember too much about him. I think it was a businessman that went insane.
Tombstone is kind of I think in the show he kind of gets a little henchman-y vibes, but he's kind of like mob boss isn't the right thing, but he's definitely like the leader of a gang or something like that.
Oh, I do like the packaging on Tombstones. Very classic. I like that one. Let's see what else we got here. Spider Shot, which definitely isn't a playoff of Deadshot. Jack-O-Lantern, Scarlet Spider, uh, Last Stand Spider-Man, which has like this jumper style jacket. Namor, who is Namorita?
That's his cousin or niece. Namor's cousin or niece.
Oh,
It's part of the New Warriors. I do believe. At least the run I read of her was she was part of the New Warriors.
oh. Another Black Panther, which looks pretty good. Vision, New Warriors Justice, Crystar, Power Princess. Yeah, these
Some of
two
these,
odd to me.
I'm drawing some blanks.
I assume the more obscure. Good news, we're going to go back to
Probably.
the less obscure with the Green Goblin that looks fan-fucking-tastic. Oh god, I clicked the wrong button. Let's try this again. There we go. It is sold out. Get out of here. It is sold out. It looks great. It looks fan-fucking-tastic.
I do really like it. It's the No Way Home look, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
They got details pretty damn good looking for a 7-inch figure, 6-inch figure, 6-inch figure, and his little glider. But yeah, no, you're right. It's the closed box, so you don't exactly see the figure on the inside.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I also do not like that. But $50 already sold out. Sorry, can't really help you. Hopefully it'll be on eBay for a lot cheaper. God damn. $38.99 for a Doc Ock with what I'm assuming is his arms as a stand. I like that. They're for almost $40. Guess what? Sold out. Yeah. Fuck you. The Sandman one, Sandman's always been kind of like a lesser character to me. I don't mind how this looks, but I would prefer if there was like changeable plates that could make him look the normal with the green black checker style shirt that he wore. But I digress. A pretty good looking Matt Murdock from the current run of his show. Go down a little bit, you got current MJ. All three of the Spider-Men from No Way Home. The Friendly Neighborhood, The Amazing, and current Tom Holland. I don't understand why they did Tom and Andrew Garfield good. They gave him good poses, but then you look over at Tobey Maguire and they didn't give him a pose. They gave him nothing. Just me though. Detroit Steel. I don't know much about Detroit Steel, but looks like another one of those Iron Patriot style War Machine ish. Bruce Banner, Thor. Yeah, now we're getting into the ones that I've actually seen in the stores. War Machine.
Pushing the bigger names towards the bottom, so you have to look through all the small names first.
Yeah. How strange. But Spider-Man, Iron Man 46, Captain America, Black Widow, War Machine, Iron Man Mark II, Shield Agent Trooper, and Hydra Trooper.
Which, this reminds me, did you hear the rumors that they have finished filming on Ironheart a couple months ago, but it will not release until 2025?
That's fine. Like, it's all a matter of planning, I'm sure. There's a Blade one further down. So this is why I asked you about Smythe. Was because he was featured in this set with Peter Parker and his camera with a oddly looking vampire man? Man from Donnie Darko? A bit of an odd one, but $52.99 for that one. Blade doesn't look half bad for $25. Does he come with an extra head? One that makes him look normal, or is he just always angry looking? And just angry head. Bummer. Got a lot of weapons though. I do like this style of packaging though that has it, with the OG Marvel Knights. Does it have like a... No, it doesn't. Damn. I thought I had like a little subsection that I could dig in. Oh. I didn't know they also did reviews here. 1 star. Hasbro needs to step up their accessories game. My man's taking strikes. But Hasbro Pulse, doing okay. Hasbro, why are you getting rid of all of your... Oh, that's actually a really good looking MJ and Green Goblin. I kind of like that. Sold out, $52.99.
So here's my thing. So this is the animated series,
Yes.
and they were very much about we're gonna repeat outfits. And as a kid, you don't really notice, get annoyed. But then, as adult me, I'm sitting there going, "No, this is the perfect MJ outfit. Nothing will ever surpass this. We have to do this MJ."
Yeah. I I don't know what Marvel or even Hasbro is doing at this point in time.
There's a lot of animated series things. There's a lot of comic book tie-ins. It's some good stuff. And I do really like them, and I think they're doing very well with these. But Hasbro is in such a weird place that I just don't even know what to say or do at this point. I have to just kind of smile and wave, I guess,
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
because I want to play D&D stuff. But
I at this point, I don't even know if I want D&D stuff if they don't have the faith in it.
that's my thing.
And that bums me out too. I didn't know there was a premium membership for Hasbro Pulse. So
Yeah, you have to pay like something like $10. Oh no, $50. That's
$50 a year. Members only, seasonal promotions and discounts, first to shop back in stock items, early access to select product drops. I mean, if you're a dedicated fan, I guess.
If this is what you do, you collect things like this. I can see doing that.
My next little tiny collection thing I'm gonna start building toward is getting myself like a record player and getting like video game soundtracks. I think.
And that's why I've been sending you some more lately.
Yeah, I
Like
saw that.
Thing.
I saw that the Legend of Zelda Lo-Fi one. I was like, fuck, that actually sounds pretty good.
Oh, didn't it? Did you see the Super Mario Bros. Lo-Fi one too?
I did. Not a
No,
big
it was
fan of that.
jazz, not lo-fi.
Okay.
I sent it to you with, do you like jazz?
That's right. And no, I did not.
No,
I did not.
jazz?
I don't really like. I don't mind jazz, but separate. Keep it separate.
What's your least favorite genre of music?
Country.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, there have been some good country songs in our time, but I don't go out of my way for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably after that.
I'm also not big on EDM.
Neutral and EDM. It depends on who's doing it. I will listen to hard drum and bass. I'll listen to funk. I'll listen to any form of electric that's just out there. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 soundtrack. I mean, most of the zombie songs was just what Avenged Sevenfold.
I remember them doing one for sure, which was in that, which was the theater, and then I want to say in one of the other.
They did it in the fucking actors one.
Oh, Call of the Dead.
Call of the Dead.
Okay,
thing.
and then whatever game had like the moon map, they had one in that as well.
Yeah, I don't
just remember what game had the moon map.
I don't remember. I just know that I'm trying to remember all the songs out of Black Ops 2. Like, I remember the opening, the do because I kept getting freaking logged out all of the time, so I would always hear that. And 115. There's a lot of like those songs, I don't know how it would be on vinyl, because harsh guitars like metal have a really hard time getting through the speakers of a regular player. I would have to attach like an external set of speakers or something to it. But that is on my list of things I'm going to start collecting. I already have a little wish list. Boop. Last but not least, for $25 over on Walmart, of all places, a really beautiful steelbook for Dread. This is the... What year was this one?
2014?
Really?
No. Maybe?
Let's see. 2012.
Well, okay, I was close.
Yeah, but even still, it looks sketched out. I love when artists do something that really pops, and this one does. It's only $25. Gives you 2 discs on Blu-ray and 4K, as well as a digital copy that you can. Do they still have their Vemu thing?
Then it's Voodoo.
Voodoo, thank you.
Walmart no longer owns it. I do believe Fandango bought it, but it does still exist. Yes.
Okay, so this is what it goes on to.
So you can do it there. You can do movie places. I redeem mine at Voodoo, but I have my Voodoo account connected to my Movies Anywhere account, which is then connected to my Prime and Amazon account, or my Prime and Apple accounts. So and I buy the digitals, or if I claim the digital codes, they go to being on several platforms. Now, not all digital marketplaces connect. So, for instance, I've bought a couple movies on my Xbox just to find out they won't connect through my Movies Anywhere because they're not, they don't qualify for that. But I try not to buy digital anyways. My digital library mostly comes from the codes I get from buying physical.
Oh, I mean, it's inexpensive, and also if the digital copy happens to go, you always have the physical. So, I mean,
yeah. And really quick, while we're talking about this, so not Warner Brothers. Why did I go to Warner Brothers? Best Buy has announced they're killing off their physical media sector. I was very devastated to hear this, because they are like the number one place for steelbooks. But they announced this at the same time that Walmart seems to be ramping theirs up, and Target has also severely cut back on theirs. So it's looking like Walmart might be the new place to go physical copies of movies.
That is very interesting. Well, interesting to a small bit. The only problem I have with it is if they continue to do shit like...
We're being yelled at to answer the chat. Apparently we were ignoring it.
I was pulling it up on the other side.
Oh.
You were just having a long explanation. But if they continue to do shit like this with these amazing steelbooks, the nice little Blu-ray and digital, then there is no problem that collectors will still go out of their way to get this.
And I was actually just reading a thing about it, that there was a company that tried, like only one production company has actually tried to get away from the double discs in the packaging thing, and there was such a backlash they immediately were like, okay, we'll go back to it. We're sorry.
Yes. And to answer the question in chat, which was, what soundtrack would I want? The first one that I'm kind of leaning toward is... Video game lo-fi Celeste. Celeste was one of my favorite games of 2022, and I loved it dearly. I played all the side Bs. It was one of the most difficult games I've ever played as far as platformers are concerned, but the music fucking kicks. And hearing it in lo-fi, I only got to listen to half of a song. This seems like it would be down my wheelhouse to be one of the first LP vinyl records to purchase. Quincy has been throwing a whole bunch of video game soundtracks on TikTok. There's a guy on TikTok that does limited edition vinyl releases. And
How do you spell Celeste?
Huh?
How do you spell Celeste?
Celeste.
Explain to me why I thought it was a Y.
Also, there's actual songs here, so I'm probably gonna listen to that once we're done. I didn't see this here, so I'm probably gonna listen to them as soon as we're wrapped.
I was checking because I do have Celeste. Okay, so I
Yeah.
have Celeste from Games with Gold. So I'm gonna hit install,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see this game that Justin has been talking to me about for how many years now?
The last two,
Yeah,
at
but it came
least.
out 2018 though.
Yeah,
2018, so
I,
5 years possibly.
I'll admit, I heard the music before I played the game, and then I played the game with the music, and then I've just kind
You
of
know
like
what other
solidified it.
game I want to play that you've talked to me a lot about?
Was it? There's a lot of games I talk about, so I don't know.
A Hat in Time.
I had Time's a really good one. I do like that one.
Like that's another one that's on my list of like Justin games I have to try.
Yeah, it's a bubbly
Um,
little. If you've played any of the N64 games, it is very reminiscent of that. It is 100% like that.
so yeah, that's on my list. So the chat said the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 soundtrack was the one they want. I can see that one being a pretty good one. If I remember, I remember that one being enjoyable because I played a lot of Black Ops 2.
Yeah, that was why I was wondering if it was mostly the Avenged Sevenfold ones.
Um, no, they had a good like score to it.
And I don't want to call it annoying, but it was the fact that I kept getting booted to lobby that I kept hearing the boom 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 boom. But yeah, no, the Black Ops 2 OST.
Yeah, so for me, mine would be Doom 2016. Like that's the one. Like I have it on my phone and everything. But if we're talking, okay, we're gonna start collecting the vinyl, put it on the record player, yada yada. The Doom 2016. I mean, just it's such a fucking hardcore fucking soundtrack, dude. Or films or score, not film score, but score.
Holy shit! It was Trent Reznor who did the fucking quote unquote annoying opening.
So really, it was just Avenged Seven. Oh no, not wait. He's not Avenged Sevenfold. He's Nine Inch Nails, right?
Huh? Huh? Trent Reznor? No, Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. I was correcting myself. I was saying he was Nine Inch Nails. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
He's actually really good at scoring. He's done a couple movies, and his
He's
scores are actually really really good.
he's been a fan of video games since Quake because he helped out the low thrumming that is Quake music. Um, and then he helped out with what was the David Bowie game? The Nomad Soul. I don't remember the rest of the title, but he helped out with the music on that one too. It's eh. It's a
You
good
have
game.
issues with that game across the board.
It is not a good game. It is not a good game. It isn't even really a game. It's a walking simulator with gun controls and a little bit of RPG elements. It feels unfinished. It's fucking raw.
It's fucking raw.
It's fucking raw. But there is a lot of video game soundtracks. This is in the Materia store. They do a lot of the specialty ones, as Quincy said. They even do the Doom soundtrack right here. The 2 LP vinyl records in blood red with the sigils in the middle. Great. There's the Pizza Tower. I would probably go toward Pizza Tower.
There's just gave 2 ads in a row on Twitch. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm trying to see what you're talking about because it's not giving me the mini preview right now for some reason.
Oh.
Like the movie of us. And so I had an ad. The ad ended and it went back to our stream and it popped up with another 4 ads.
Really?
Yeah, like it's doing a four countdown right now. I'm on ad 2 of the 4.
Oh, Jesus. The art for Pizza Tower, very unhinged, but the game itself, I think Pizza Tower is free. How much is Pizza Tower? No, I take that back. It's $15. That's not bad. I would recommend getting Pizza Tower. I got it for free from a friend. I thought it was one of those freebies that you could just be like, "Ha, I gifted it to you. Now play it."
So talking about specialty items like this, so we know that I like laser discs because I'm weird and they were around briefly and I'm interested.
Yes.
Um, They, during that brief time, there was a Evil Dead 2 Laserdisc released that is blood red. And there's actually, because of its red, a lot of Laserdisc players can't play it.
Really?
Yeah, they have troubles reading it.
Oh boy.
But, that's on the list of like Laserdiscs to one day get.
There's a few I wouldn't mind, like, collecting for the sake of collecting. There are some that I'm kind of confused why it exists. Metal Gear Solid I would probably do. Sea of Thieves, not so much, especially for $100. Dark Souls 2, probably. I didn't mind Dark Souls 2. Crosscode, yeah, I'd probably get that one too. Fallout 76, I don't know too many of the music from Fallout 76, but it looks good.
The question with that one for me would be, is it music or is it score? Because I can't really think of the score on 76, but music-wise, I mean, yeah, you've got, Country Road, a few others, and a few others that are on there that are pretty good. Oh yeah, see, main theme, Reclamation Day. Yeah, so this is the score, and I don't remember most of that. I mean, you got the main theme for Fallout in general, which is good.
Yeah.
But I'd have to like listen to the rest of 76 to know if I really want it. Especially since like that record
Is there a listen?
really isn't anything super special.
Yeah, there's no listen button on this one, so you can't exactly get a preview. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, if you're a fan of just overhead techno. There's Animal Crossing, which is a lot of like KK Slider stuff. That's not so bad. I kind of like KK Slider music in Animal Crossing, so having an actual disc, not $75 for it though. Eee. Real quick. Paradise Killer would be a good one. Bloodborne, yes. Celeste on CD, nah. I'd rather get it on vinyl.
The problem is a lot of the ones I want would be. Don't get me wrong, Mario would be cool. I don't know about that one, but Mario in general would be cool. Like the first 3 Mario games, those scores are great. But like a lot of the ones I would want would be like the soundtrack. So it would be like Jet Set Radio,
Oh god,
Tony
yes.
Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, which that one did just come out.
Yes, it did. And it
They
has
did do
fucking...
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
It's got fucking grip tape on the intro. Like, that's so good. Okay, I really like this Resident Evil one.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Oh, that is really nice. I mean, look at the back. Look at the back.
So, question: with you getting into vinyls,
Yeah.
do you have a preference on what kind of record player you're gonna want?
As of right now, I'm looking at like Audio Technicas and all that, and like keeping it in the side of my head that is kind of what I'm wanting to go for. I was told not to do acrylic pins, like where the record needle is.
I don't know enough about that to say.
Yeah,
But,
I just have
if you're getting advice from somebody that does know, then take their advice.
yeah, I'm going to. But he says the only way you're going to get the good quality is by spending a little bit more. I said, that's fair. Oh, Diablo 2. Show me Tristram. What do you know? It's right there on side A. Oh, fuck.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Hang on. Oh, I can't zoom in anymore. Yeah, I'm good. Damn. Oh, how do I help? Help. There we go.
You break it.
I almost did. But yeah, that one is definitely on the list. Tekken 7, not bad. The whole soundtrack is mostly like techno and bounce with like Somber on the back end. Sure, 4 discs, double-sided, $110. I guess it's fair. The Norwood Suite. Now that one's a fucking. You want a weird fucking game that you don't understand? That's one to go to. The Norwood Suite is bizarre, is asinine.
I understand anything already.
It is not a normal game, but I don't even know if it could be labeled as a game. But the music was pretty okay. Going between the rooms and hearing the different static changes that are indifferent between the areas, not bad. It is very weird. I'll definitely listen to this one too, because this website seems to allow for people to play the music through here. And
Probably like samples. It's probably not the complete songs or anything. Probably like bits and pieces for you to listen.
hopefully. I'm gonna.
It might be the
definitely
whole
use
thing. I don't know. It might be nothing. Maybe that's just a mimic, and it's gonna, devour you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It just keeps scrolling down. Play that one.
see, it's a mimic. Told you.
Play.
What are you yelling at me about?
Play.
Oh, Celeste downloaded.
Play.
I was like, why is my Xbox pinging?
Play.
Oh, pause my.
Okay, well, I didn't want to play, so that's fine.
All right, fine. I'll take my ball and I'll go home.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to play any of these. Okay, well, anyways, that's all I had for today.
Yeah, I wanted to do one more breakdown.
One more breakdown? Okay.
So I've been trying to get better at using Letterboxd, and the new one I found for TV shows Marathon, which constant app updates. They're just really working more and more, bringing that, making that app as best as they can. And they're doing good work, because Letterboxd does not do television. So I have tried to keep track of my 2020. So let me see. Because we've been talking about all this, and so I wanted to talk about. Here we go. Go back to start of the year. I apparently did not see anything in January. That's not correct. Did I seriously, right off the bat, screw up with this year? Because I should have seen Scream. Yeah, Scream 6 should have been in my 2023 log. So, okay, I enjoyed that. That was for this year. Bullet Train was a 2022 movie. I saw it this year though. Cocaine Bear, that was 2023.
Cocaine.
Oh, there's Scream 6. I just saw it late. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Good movie.
I very much enjoyed it. John Wick Chapter 4.
Oh, how was that one?
I gave it a 4.5. Not my favorite in the franchise. Definitely not bad though. I liked it. I was iffy on how it was wrapped up, but I accepted it. So yeah. Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Okay, yeah.
Evil Dead Rise. What I love is those three movies were seen in the same month. John Wick Chapter 4, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Evil Dead.
What a trio.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm trying to only focus. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay.
Barbie. The Boogeyman, which is based off of a Stephen King short story. I wasn't the biggest fan of that one. I gave it a 3.5 on here.
Oh.
I think I was being generous at the time. The Marvels.
What'd you get the
Five
Marvels?
Nights at Freddy's. Oh, I gave the Marvels a fucking solid 5, dude. I love that movie.
Okay.
Like, I very much enjoyed that movie. The people that are shitting on it, I don't understand what they were watching that I wasn't. The music was fucking on point. It was funny. It was like energetic. Like there were some really good sad moments. Like there was a moment where I fucking got a little teary eyed, a little misty eyed. I was there for that fucking movie, beginning to end. Nothing I would change about it. Love the whole thing.
Okay.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, Five Nights was alright.
I gave it a 4 because it kept me intrigued throughout the whole thing. I was interested. It was good quality on the effects and whatnot. And there's a lot, and I waited the longest time to rate it until I talked to you, and I asked you because you had seen it, and I was like, "Here's the things that I'm not understanding about the story. Do I just not know the lore enough?" And you were basically like, "Yeah, because those things are accurate." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And that's when I was able to go back and actually log the stars on it. So I gave it a 4.
Okay. It's just
And
I'm kind of bummed that they didn't go. I don't want to say too in depth on it, but it felt very mediocre on letting you know who Afton was, how the interactions between the Night Guard, and just how Freddy Fazbear came to be. They didn't give too much, and I mean,
yeah, and I feel like they could have worked on that a bit.
but with Scott Cawthon, he's going to be working on I think one more movie show. I don't know what's coming up next as far as for it, but there is going to be something else that's going to be attaching it that's involving sister location. So you're going to get some lore.
Okay, good shit. Godzilla -1.
Oh, please tell me you
That's
give it a
probably your
5.
favorite movie of the year. Oh, I gave it a 5.
Okay. It is. Yeah, it is my favorite movie of the year.
Favorite. And now to remember the thing about Letterboxd is you like them. You can say a movie's good and just be like, but it wasn't for me. So you can't say you like them. So Godzilla -1 did get a in addition to its 5 stars, as where Five Nights at Freddy's got just the 4 stars.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I was like, Candy Cane Lane.
I don't remember that one.
That's the new Eddie Murphy Christmas movie.
Oh yeah. What'd you give that one?
That one got a 3.5.
Okay.
Just wasn't really feeling it. And I may have seen more than that this year. That's what I saw. That's not everything I watched this year by any means. And I'm only just now starting to learn this whole letterbox thing where you can put in there when you've rewatched something, which is a whole new experience for me too. But when focusing on just 2023, yeah, that's where I'm at. And I've only been trying to do the letterbox thing since about July last year, and I'm still working on it. I'm still playing with it. Last year started out pretty strong. I logged some old things like Romancing the Stones and What Lies Beneath, but then I came out the door with fucking Prey, Hocus Pocus 2, Hellraiser, Werewolf by Night, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Bullet Train, stuff like that. So, this year it wasn't bad. Clerks 3 is on this list for this year because I watched it in March, but technically the movie was released in 2022. That one got a 4.5, and I liked it.
Yeah.
So that just kind of shows that, my likes aren't just for the 5s. I can like something that's a little lower. Like Super Mario Bros. Was a 4, and I liked it.
And you're a fanboy for Kevin Smith, but that's...
And I am a fanboy for Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Eternals got a 4, and I liked it. I don't understand the hate Eternals got. Oh, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I did see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh, yeah? Okay, what would you give that?
I gave that one a 4, and I liked it.
Okay.
Not the best in the franchise.
But it ain't no Crystal Skull.
Not my least favorite. Yeah, Crystal Skull is probably still my least favorite. And I also, Temple of Doom is definitely not high on my list. I know Temple of Doom for a lot of people, that's their number one Indiana Jones movie. It's not mine.
Yeah.
I think my ranking probably goes Last Crusade, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Dial of Destiny and Temple of Doom are probably tied for third and fourth, and then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And I don't even hate Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Aliens.
Yeah, the Aliens is...
Mine would probably be the same as yours, but swap Raiders with Temple.
I don't hate Temple. I don't see the love everyone else. You know it's a prequel? Because it was the second movie released, but it takes place before Raiders.
I don't know. It's all one big blur to me right now.
It's all indie.
It's
It's
all indie.
all whips and snakes and
Whips
why
and
did it have to be?
snakes and potential gout and having to ad lib a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get better with Letterboxd. I've been doing marathon to track. I haven't done any rating marathon yet. The thing I wasn't prepared for was telling they calculate your based off your watches, and I'm not logging multiple watches because I don't know how many times I've seen certain. I logged on marathon, but I didn't log how many times I've watched Friends because I have no idea. It's
Yeah.
that show at least 3 or 4 times through, if not more.
And random episodes.
And random episodes. So as of right now, everything is just marked in there once. I have 21 series in here logged so far for a total of 777 episodes for 17 days and 5 hours worth of watch time.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. What I do like is it lets you, it tells you what to watch next on a show. So for instance, I'm watching Reacher right now, and so it's telling me to watch episode 6 because it knows, because I told it I've watched the first 5 episodes. On Slow Horses, it's telling me I need to watch episode 4 of season 3 because I've been keeping it updated there. So I'm not rating anything there yet, but I am keeping track. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep up with the letterbox thing. I'm gonna try to get better at the rewatch thing too. So back on the 10th, I rewatched Scrooged, which I marked on here. I rewatched a bunch of stuff. Like the 3rd of December, I went and saw 3 movies in theaters. Just they weren't 2023 movies.
Yeah.
I went and saw National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation,
Yeah.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey one. So I have to go through and log those into the diary. So I'm gonna try to get better at using it.
Pretty good trio of movies.
No, yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
Mm.
So far my 2 favorites on here that I have marked, because you do all kinds of letterbox is actually really interesting. I have Back to the Future and Scream marked as my 2 favorites.
Favorites.
It tells you how many films you've watched. I currently have 394 on here. 24 this year. Diary is 24 this year. 32 total that I've diaried. Reviews I've actually written to. I've done watch list, yada yada yada. Like I've so that's another thing. And so if people want to follow me, you can come and check out my account, just like everything else. Quincy Rubbers. Actually, I think this one is Quincy.
Quincy.
It does connect. Yeah, it does connect to my Twitter though for Quincy Rubbers.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. I've got 2 followers, but it's also people I follow back, just 2 other film dorks out there. And then you can see like my rankings. This is something you might like. So if you like do like maybe if you were to sit down and like do your Studio Ghibli ranking or something like that, you can make lists and you can name them and everything. So I have my Star Wars in order of like the rank. I like the way I like the movies. Like so it's Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, which would be A New Hope, Empire, Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith, Phantom Menace, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Attack of the Clones, Rise of Skywalker, the Clone Wars movie, Solo, and then the holiday special, Dead Fucking Last.
And I am busy making my thing right
now. The holiday special, I gave half a star.
Oh. I wouldn't even give it half the star. Why did you give it half a star?
So that I could log a rating.
Oh.
So, and I started doing a Christmas must list. I didn't get very far with this one this year, and they're not in any particular order. But I got Home Alone 2, Muppets Christmas Carol, because I mean, come on, Scrooged and Die Hard.
Oh, and it just marks a bunch of other films, and I guess I could just start marking them as I go.
Yeah, they'll tell you what your friend's recent activity is. So, like, one of the people I follow, they just rated the original Point Break 3.5, so I don't like them anymore.
Delete. Gotcha. Okay. So I could just click this and okay. Oh yeah, no, that's 0 out of 36. Nope, I can tell you I've done a good lot. Some of them I haven't, because some of them are shorts, and I just never saw any of the shorts.
Right.
I never saw that one. The Fish of the Fish.
I wish it was a fish.
Fishu. Yeah, I don't know very much of the bottom stuff, but all the top stuff, of course.
Yeah, I thought Studio Ghibli would be a good pick for. Yeah, I know it's one that you get a map.
Wait a minute, Grave of the Fireflies is in here.
Is or isn't?
It's not. I don't see it.
Does it count as Ghibli?
It is directed by Miyazaki.
Okay.
Or no, I don't think he directed
No.
that one. I think he just wrote it.
I was gonna say, well, no, did he write it? Because I thought the person who did that one, that was their story about them and their sister. But his,
Let's find out.
the person that wrote his sister survived. I thought. I'm also gonna go find you so I can follow your ass. I need more friends.
That's fair.
I always forget how to add people though.
Crew. Okay, so it was. I assume it was just done in the studio. So it was not. Had nothing to do with. Miyazaki. Okay, I thought it did. But wait, would this count as Ghibli then? Would it still count as Ghibli, considering it is in... Yeah, Studio Ghibli. Okay, so if I just click Studio Ghibli, I get all that. No problem. Cat Returns.
Add people.
Pompoko. Let's see here. Network. Likes. Activity. Films list. Members. Search.
Oh, see, I'm on the app and it's not giving me the members thing. Oh, here we go.
Members. Quincy. What does it look? What does the image look like?
That's my face. Try Quincy, because I think that's mine.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably do this before I go into work tonight.
Your ass is gonna go to sleep before you go to work tonight.
No, I only have an hour, and I'll be fine.
Damn.
It'll be fine. But thank you guys for joining us on this little escapade, and what I'm probably going to do while it's rendering out. Remember to like and subscribe where you guys can. Remember to check the links down in the description for good old Temu, Zenny, and Humble Bundle. Remember to follow us on our socials, on our Twitters, and now over at our Letterboxd, where we're going to hopefully be working on some good old reviews, and you guys can check out what we like. And, of course, at the end of days, end of weeks, end of months, end of years, remember to love one another. It is definitely free to do.
Have a great rest of your 2023, and let's grab 2024 by the.
Grab the dick and twist it.
Grab his fucking dick and twist it.
Give the old dick twist.
Bye, everyone.
I think we're gonna make a sign that says that.
There you go.
Scud, dude.